First of all, we have a yellow disk. You could see this as the Sun, or in a more esoteric way, Saturn. My inspiration came after watching Symbols of an Alien Sky, where through findings of ancient cave artwork, he managed to imagine a past where Saturn, Venus and Mars as planetary bodies were much closer to the planet Earth during the said golden age. And Saturn was in fact the main sun, the best sun, and our sun was referred to as the second sun, the lesser sun. And this is pretty much what it would have looked like when they aligned together and caused a huge cataclysm which sparked a wild surge of imagination through humans for centuries since. Now personally, I just liked the arrangement and the way the planets looked and thought that captures pretty much everything about the conspiracy. Because not only do we have Saturn, Venus and Mars, which is kind of the unholy trinity, if you want to call it anything, the satanic trinity. We also have the representation of the planets. So we're talking about the heliocentric model and how that in the conspiracy world is often shown to be a lie. And then at the same time we're talking about the Platonic solids, we're talking about geometry, so also we're bringing in the New Age ideals into this conspiracy image I'm creating here. Then encompassing all of this, we have the red sphere in the middle of Mars, kind of seen as the red dots, the eye, the all-seeing eye, at the center of it all, or man as well, and the symbol of war. Now, what I also wanted to do was have this symbol broken down in my main banner on my channel, because what we're going to do is break this down. This symbol here, this all-encompassing symbol which represents everything to do with the conspiracy, we are going to understand it piece by piece, one step at a time. That's all the symbol means. I understand how a lot of Christians may see this as a bad thing, but the idea is to expose it. I am not in support of it. Don't come to my channel expecting me to give you some new age hippie spiel about love and consciousness, because that's not what I'm all about. I understand there is an agenda and a force of manipulation to make young generation and young thinkers believe in that kind of wishy-washy nonsense and think good and evil is something relative. I do not believe in those concepts. However, on my channel, often I will discuss these beliefs and concepts because that is what we need to understand how the conspiracy exists. So, often when speaking about subjects like the New Age, I will be talking as though I am fully involved. But that's only to lead each idea to its end, so I can understand it fully before coming back and reviewing it and fitting it back into the bigger picture. This is just my way of doing things, it's my way of researching. I find it fun. As an artist, I think I'm allowed to be a little bit eccentric with the way I present these things. And in the ethos of my channel, I essentially do want to present a bit of a character. I want to make it entertaining, because I found that when researching conspiracy initially, when first starting out in these things, there was just too many videos that were sensationalists and overdramatic. And I found the loud music and doomsday imagery was just pushing people away. And a lot of skeptical minds and people around me who I was trying to show this stuff to just weren't taking it seriously. Now, this isn't a jab at any other video maker out there. What works for some just doesn't work for others. And I'm dealing with people in the UK as well, so attitudes here are a little bit different, and humour's a little bit different too, and people in my country like to hear things said in certain ways, just like people in other countries like to hear things said in certain ways. I try to make most of what I say accessible to anyone and everyone. I mainly try and keep calm while speaking, and just like the white background in the image, I want to try and keep it clear and level-headed. I want people to be able to show these videos to friends comfortably and not have to worry about their friends being outrageously shocked or annoyed by something. But that isn't to say they aren't going to get truth. This subject is touchy, it's sensitive, it's upsetting, it's paradigm shifting, it can really shake people up if they're not ready for it. Therefore, I think it should be handled quite delicately. And the way people need to hear this stuff needs to be quite humorous. It needs to be calm. Now, where it leads to, well, I guess that's what we're all trying to figure out.